microphone. These people are like, fuck graphs, fuck replays, next game. Let's do it. GG, well played, folks. I'm sorry, Thrust. I'm sorry I didn't deliver on the graphs. I wasn't fast enough. I needed water to not die. That's what happens when you don't have water, you die. I'm not going to die while live casting on Twitch. Actually, maybe ultimately that is how I will go out, but not today. Alright, next game. Now we are on Polar Night. Another two-player map, so greedy play does become a little bit more difficult. This map does have that interesting back expansion behind two sets of rocks. That's almost kind of like a way to take a Ninja Hidden expansion that's in your own base, which is an interesting mechanic. Really, I actually kind of like it. Spawning up top is our green player, Bsharp, playing Zerg. And on the bottom of the map, we have our blue Protoss operator, who just lost that game, I'd say mostly just due to straight supply disadvantage rather, from our Zerg player. He was able to play greedy, wasn't really punished. DTs did a little work, but not really enough to justify it. The initial Zealot push was alright, but honestly, if you all-in at that point, I think it could have been not necessarily all-in, but if you just back that up with more Zealots or a little bit more pressure, I think that could have worked out a lot better for him. Pop out the production tab here so that we can see what's being producting. That's a word. I just made that. I hope you liked it. You can use that, producting. Looks like we're looking at a Forge Fast Expand for our Protoss player, which will require a Forge eventually. Still nothing out of our Zerg, so no early cheese or pressure. Going up to 15, so it looks like we're looking at a hatch first. Oh, spoke too soon. We got a 15 pool, followed by an angry drone. So 15 pool, followed by not too much right now. Looks like he's going to go for the expand, or he's just still being angry. Still no Forge, so we're going to see a Nexus first out of Operator. Operator is being annoying with that probe. Now's your chance, drone! Oh, no, that was it. Don't die, dude! Don't die! Oh, he had the 100 minerals too. He could have dropped the pylon, but no, that expansion is going to go up. So we have the pool down, no gas, so we're not going to see Zergling speed, but it's going to be interesting to see if Bsharp wants to either punish with some slow Zerglings before the wall can get up, or if he's just going to go ahead and drop a third base. In the meantime, just some Forged Fast Expand action out of our Protoss player. No gas, no real tech. Still playing gasless for Bsharp up here. Seems to really favor the gasless openings. Interesting decision putting the scouting Overlord in a position that the Protoss can easily get high ground vision of, instead of usually putting it over here where you need an air unit like the Mothership Core to scout it out. First cannon's going down on the outside of the wall. Second pylon's going to finish that. I think this gap might be able to be held by the probe. It doesn't really matter because there are no Zerglings on the way at this point. First gas goes down for the Protoss. That gets populated. Couple Zerglings outside the base for scouting. Oh, there goes that Overlord taking some shots to the face. Zerg player's beginning to fill his natural with some drones. Just got some OVs floating around. This guy, he's done. He does not like getting shot in the face. Guy, can I come home now? I just got shot in the face for nothing. Second gas going down for Protoss, who feels pretty comfortable in his brand new natural expansion. So we're looking at 2 base versus 2 base. Still no real tech. Finally a third gets dropped for a Zerg player, and right after that a gas in the natural, second gas. Also in the natural. Interesting. Curious as to why he always just takes his natural gases before his main. Sure there's a good reason, I just don't know it. First sentries being dropped by our Protoss player, just to keep that wall safe. Sentry is super important if there's going to be some ling or baneling pressure, which not quite on the way at this point. Roach Warren goes down for Bsharp. +1 starting, so putting that forge to work for Operator. So he's looking at trying to grab an early upgrade advantage. Third base almost wrapped up for the Zerg player. I do not believe Operator is aware of that base yet. No, he's not, but I think he figures, because there's really no pressure at his front, and when there's no pressure after a greedy play by a Protoss, you kind of have to assume the Zerg is just counter-greeting you. Some nice creep sped starting to come out for Bsharp. He's got a link to his third base up front, which is very vulnerable. It can be very easily pressured from the high ground here in the middle of the map. Neither player holding onto the watchtowers, so really there's not much map control. Really, map control is being held right now by the Zerg's third base. This queen is the map control. Finally, Creep Tumor's making its way to the third base, so Zerg player sitting pretty safe. I hear action. Alright, Mothership Core chasing off those two initial scouting slow Zerglings. Still no speed on the way for those Zerglings, however there is +1 attack and roach speed coming for the roaches. Bunch of Zealots being warped in, so it looks like Operator is thinking about doing similar pressure to last game. 6 Zealots instead of 4 this time, so it's interesting to see if he hits a similar timing, if he could do a little bit more damage by maybe just putting a little bit more into that early pressure. Mothership Core finally gets that second Zergling. Yo Mama is up to 2 kills at this point. But is he going to see these roaches before they move out? That's the question. Operator really needs to have an army ready, because one cannon is not going to hold off this roach pressure. He sees it now. Is he going to follow up with more cannons at his wall? Zergling Zealot pressure goes in. He does pick off a free queen. He is moving into the drone line. The response finally comes from Bsharp, who's sending out all of his roaches. He should clean up these Zealots no problem. One roach looks like it's going to go down. Maybe a Zergling. Oh, good camera control, Web. Adabisi got nothing on me. And here comes the roaches. Speed just about to finish up for roaches. Oh no, that's Reconstitution. My bad. These roaches are hauling ass. And +1 attack just finishing up, so he's going to be hitting a pretty mean timing here. These guys really got to get behind the wall and back to the cannon, but instead he's just donating some free Zealots. These sentries are in a lot of trouble, really. He needs more cannons at the front here. But it looks like the force field wall is going to be enough to make Bsharp think twice about attacking. Is he going to be able to... the force field's doing more harm than good right now as they block the Zealots into the base. This cannon's going to get donated. Protoss player definitely needs a warp in. He's got 10 supply in order to warp in. But Bsharp being nice, donating a few roaches at the front line there, letting his forces be a little split. Mothership Core is just going to hang out above the roaches and take some free shots. +2 missile attack on the way, so Bsharp doesn't really see this as an all-in. He doesn't think he's going to win here. He's playing the long game, going for his upgrades. He's going for his Overlord speed, get some scouting and some drops. +1 armor almost finishing up for our Protoss here, so he's going to get that little bit of a upgrade advantage, 1-1 to 0-1 on those roaches. But a Spire just dropped for Bsharp. So he's going really tech heavy right now. He's going to drag this out. He's not all-inning with these roaches. Otherwise, we would just see roaches streaming to the front right now, which clearly we're not. Drones are being made. So as I say that, a few more roaches about to pop out. Burrow on the way. Run, Sentry, run! Thanks, name. Dude, in some ways, low league games are so much better than pro games. It's the little mistakes and little quirks that really make the player's personality shine, and I love that. Fourth base going down for our Zerg players. You can see with looks like he's going to go Mutalisks, I'm guessing, because gas. He wants those gases at that base so bad. Roach is just posturing around, making sure that the Protoss player doesn't get an opportunity to expand to a third base. Just kind of trying to choke Operator in at this point. Roach is moving around to the back. He's going to check on the Hidden Rocks expansion back there. He's going to be very happy to find that there is no expansion. Citadel almost done for our Protoss. He's beginning to pump out his first Void Ray, so he's going to take advantage of the fact that our Zerg player at this point does not shoot up. And interestingly enough, a shield upgrade on the way out. So that usually is for a Protoss player who's going to have a lot of air in his army. Where is his Stargate? Right here. Yeah, there's only one Stargate, so the shield's an interesting choice, especially with the Citadel just finishing up. He's gonna go for a snipe on the no, he's not. He's going for the gas. It's interesting. Those elves are just gonna get cleaned up because the mutas are already out, and they're scary. Bsharp almost maxed out now at 190. Lots of roaches and muta on the field. If we look at the see, active forces, that's not what I want. I want army supply tab. What is the hotkey for you? Control A. That doesn't help me either. I want to see the units tab is what I want. I am a brilliant individual. Bear with me, Thrust. But yeah, we're looking at 50 roaches, 9 muta. 9, definitely not critical mass for muta, but we do have an engagement out here in the middle of the map. The Void Ray is quickly dropping to those muta. Force fields giving the Protoss army a chance to retreat? No. Protoss should be really, our Zerg should really just be taking this engagement. Good recall with the Mothership Core. He really saved that army because they were caught dead out there. Warpin's back in at home because he's getting ready to engage this. Donating, unfortunately, another Void Ray to the mutas. Void Rays, of course, not too good against Mutalisks. Stalkers are okay. Storm is better. After that attack, our Zerg army is just kind of posturing out there, just kind of floating. Doesn't quite look like that should be it. You must have a lot of drones. Yeah, 74 drones. Is that +1 Carapace? Yeah, +1 Carapace almost on the way. Engagement happening now at the front. Roaches are getting free kills on Zealots. Force fields go down. Not really helping though. Mostly just blocking the Zealots from being able to run in there and give their life for ire. Mutas fly in over the army, try and pick off some sentries. Bunch of Phoenix flying from behind, start picking off the muta, doing actually a really good job of doing that, but isn't going to be enough to stop the ground army, is the issue. Couple lifts going up on roaches. Stop that, Web! While the rest of the Protoss ground army gets cleaned up. Mothership Core out there taking its free shots, but really Mothership Core is not enough to stop a roach army of this size. Phoenix doing their best work to keep the mutas out of the play, and they're doing it, but really this is just roach army is just too huge. 196 supply to 77. The natural expansion of the Protoss player is falling. Probes fleeing back into the base, but really they are just going down. Probes turn around and decide to engage the roaches. Protoss dropping all the way down to about 40 supply to 194. No Manor Hatch is going down because we're all friends here. Roaches moving up the ramp to the Protoss's main, killing the Zealots to try and block the path. There's an Immortal out there, and Immortals are really good against Roaches, folks, but the army supply is just not in his favor. A couple of Void Rays have made it out, and they're trying to clean up the Roach army. But Bsharp is in a place where he can just totally Stefano it and be like, I'm going to ignore your air and just continue to shove Roaches into your base. But a few Corruptors coming out for Bsharp, and really Void Rays are the counter to Corruptors. They can kill Corruptors pretty damn good, but a mix of Corruptor and Muter should be able to keep any Void Rays at bay. Really, Bsharp is just kind of playing with his food at this point. Void Rays clean up a few unneeded Overlords. It's not even going to reduce our player's cap to under 200 supplies. He's just got too many Overlords. Protoss Air is moving out to see what I can see, and they're just going to fall into a ball of Corruptors, and they're going to have a bad time. Popping their overcharge there, but that's not going to help them too much. They're going to go down to the Mutas and Corruptors, and that's going to be GG. 4 base Zerg, 2